Hello, this is Rachel Reisner from Cats and Hamsters. I'm a certified professional pet sitter, and I'm here to do a video on the Parner. I'm not quite sure about what the official name is, but I think it's the Parner Quiet Flower Automatic Cat Water Fountain with a blue LED. Now I am wearing a face mask because I am in a client's home. The client had kindly given me permission to post this video, but if I do sound muffled, it's because I'm wearing a face mask, as I do whenever I'm inside a client's home. So here is a typical bubbler style cat water fountain. This apparently this is like a 2020 upgrade version, which means that it has an LED light function, which lights up here and also around the edges, which is nice because that way you'll know where it is at night when you're walking around your home, so you don't trip over it or fall on it. And also, particularly if you have older cats whose night vision is starting to go, it can help them feel more reassured because they'll always know where the water fountain is. So this water fountain has a 2.5 liter capacity, and it comes with this silica pad on the bottom so that way it can help protect your floors, which is nice because oftentimes as a pet sitter, most of my clients have hardwood floors or tiles. You don't usually have to worry about too much, but I'm always worried about leaving water spots on hardwood floors, so I'm always trying to blot it with paper towels and then feeling worried about leaving a stain or something. So it's nice that it has this nicely sized silica pad that comes with it. So this particular model, it's similar, I guess, to a lot of the bubbler style flower fountains models. So it comes with this flower top, and when you use it, it has 3 flow modes. So this here is what they call the flower waterfall. So the water flows up and it flows down. You can remove this gray part and it'll just flow down from the white water part, or you can remove the white water part and it'll just bubble up as like a gentle bubbling brook. So whatever your cat prefers. Some cats like a really long stream and they like to drink from faucets or streams like that. Or they may just like to have just moving water to drink from. So it's up to you. But just remember that as with all bubbling water fountains, you do have to have a backup water source, like a bowl of water, in addition to the water fountain, because if the power ever goes out, the water is forced up by the water pump, and if the power ever goes out, the cat won't be able to access the water underneath. So you'll, the water isn't going to sit on top. The cat just won't be able to get to the water. So if you do use if you do use a bubbler style cat water fountain, you do want to have a backup bowl of water. I know on their advertising I saw on Amazon, they had mentioned that it's good for if you're going away with your family, but as a pet sitter, I'm going to recommend that you do not rely solely on your pet water fountain. You should definitely have a backup just in case the power goes out. And also, hire a pet sitter. Don't just leave your pets alone for the weekend without anybody coming to check on them, because anything could happen. But anyway, so I guess as with most of my videos, I'm going to disassemble it and then reassemble it. So this is all made out of plastic, and it's very easy to take apart and put back together again. I just cleaned it, so it's nice and clean. Has those parts, and then it has this thing here, and then it has this filter. This filter is a little discolored. I'm going to ask the client if they have any replacement filters. These disposable filters usually have to be replaced every roughly like 1 to 4 weeks. I think that this I'm not sure what this company recommends, but when it's discolored like this, you do have to replace it. I did rinse it out with water, but I mean, rinsing out with water can only do so much. They are disposable. They do have to be replaced every several weeks or when they become discolored like this. Let's see if this comes out. This part. And I did find that when I was cleaning it that they have a lot of these ridges on the design, so that I found that instead of using a sponge to clean it, it was easier for me to use a toothbrush, which I usually carry around. When I clean pet water fountains, I carry around, and I do have a new toothbrush. This is the old one I'm going to discard after this. And also a pipe cleaner to get into all the tubes and things. But I found that I was using the toothbrush for the entire thing because of all the ridges. I mean, it's fine. It's just that instead of using a sponge to clean it, I think I would recommend using like a plastic dish brush to get to all the ridges and all the little edges. But other than that, it was easy to clean. It's just that I think I would recommend using just a scrub brush instead of a scrubbing sponge. And then inside, it's got the basin, which has a very big capacity with 2.5 liters. And the motor. I also like that it has this gauge here so that you can always tell where the water level is with the maximum on top, and then just make sure that the water level is always above the motor or the pump so that it doesn't overheat and stop working. Okay, so like with any, I'm hoping that I've got this in the focus. So this comes apart like any, it's a very standard motor. So it comes apart like this. This is the, I forgot what it's called. And this is the cap for the, see, it's not the fuselage. Sorry. Okay, it's got this little tab up here that you're supposed to use your fingernails on. I do have short, strong fingernails, but if you don't, then use something else. I don't know. And then also this, I did find because it's so small, I can't actually get my finger in there. So I did use the end of my pipe cleaner to pry this out. Let's see if I can do it here. Maybe you can use, oh, there we go. Okay, yes, it came out. Okay, because it's only held in by a magnet, so it's not really held in there. But as with any pump, make sure you use a pipe cleaner, or actually this company recommends using a Q-tip, so you can use a Q-tip too. I just have a reusable pipe cleaner, so you can really get in there and also get in there too. This one, it seems like, I'm not sure if this is, if this client's is just missing the back, because usually they have a back here, or if this model just doesn't have a back cover. I noticed that. Okay, so that's it. Then it also plugs in. There we go. Okay, so then, so it's not hard to just put it back in. Remember, this is just held in by a magnet, so it just fits in really easily. And then the cap goes back in, like that, like that. And well, the manufacturer recommends cleaning this pump every 3 to 5 weeks. I would say, I mean, clean it as often as you can. I think 3 to 5 weeks is, I think it's going to be kind of gunky. So, I mean, the more frequently you clean your pet water fountain, the easier it is to clean it. So again, so see how it fits really nicely into this ridge here? And, oh yeah, okay, so it must not have a back because that's probably where the light comes from, the LED light. Okay, so I'm gonna put the cycle on. Filter goes back in. The bump sides go on the bump sides facing down. And see, it fits in very well. You don't have to struggle. Sometimes you have to, look really carefully about these and see how it fits, but it goes together very well. I think the only drawback I saw again was just that this model has so many ridges in the plastic that I think it would be better to either use a toothbrush like I did, and it comes off very easily because this plastic is non-stick, if you don't let it go a long time in between washes, or if you don't have hard water. I guess that might be different if you have a lot of hard water buildup, mineral deposits on the sides. But then you could probably just use a little bit of vinegar and warm water to help get it out. But yeah, definitely I would recommend using either a toothbrush or like a dish brush, like a plastic dish brush, or both, because it does, toothbrush does help to get into all the nooks and crannies. I know it seems like why do you have an extra tool? But you know, it works. It also helps with all these little tiny ridges on the flower thing. And again, it's really not that hard to clean. I clean a lot of pet water fountains. It's just because of the little ridges. I mean, I don't think, just because I'm mentioning it doesn't mean that it's a fussy water fountain. That's just one note about it. And then, let's see what other notes I have about this, is that it is pretty quiet. It says 2 watts low power consumption. I'm actually not quite sure what that means. And okay, so I'm gonna fill it up with water and I guess demonstrate that it does light up the LED. Okay, so as you can see, it's plugged in and the blue light has lit up. And you can see it has a really nice drip here. I filled it up almost to the max. And once again, when you fill these with water, just make sure that the level is above the water pump. So it doesn't necessarily have to be at the max capacity. It can be lower, but just make sure that you're covering the pump. Otherwise the pump is going to get overheated and it's going to blow. Then you'll have to buy a new pump and you're not going to be happy about that. So about the water flow is that you can do it like this, or this comes up very easily. You can just do it like that. Maybe your cat likes that instead. Or maybe your cat just likes having a bubbler like that. I guess that's the most quiet option. But some cats, I think a lot of cats like having a little bit of water flow. So that really, does it matter where these little things are? Anyway, yeah, so that's that. And so, okay, so I'm gonna dump it and then show you again disassembling and assembling. So a lot of these pet water fountains talk about how they're super high capacity and how they're bigger than the other water fountains. And to me, as a pet sitter who washes water fountains maybe every other day or even every day if they get dirty, some cats really like to paw the water, and so there's a lot of kitty litter and dirt and fur and food and bugs that get into the water even with the filter. So to me, like, having a super high capacity water fountain isn't necessarily important. The main thing that I would take from getting a large capacity water fountain is just that it makes it heavier, so that if your cat is very rambunctious and likes to knock over the water fountain, having a heavy water fountain will help to prevent that. So, okay, so it just comes off, and see, I can use one hand. So it comes off very easily. And make sure that when you're cleaning it, you get all the little ridges. This is the only thing. Don't use soap or hot water on your disposable filters. Make sure that it's only cold water if you're rinsing it out. No hot water, no soap. Soap on everything else. Let's see if I can get it open. Okay. Actually, it's not now. See how it has a little tab on the side, so it's fine. Let's see if I can get this. Yes. Oh. It's like threading a needle. Okay. Yes, I've got it. I've got it. Yeah, I get it. I did it. Okay. It comes out. Make sure you clean it really well. And then just a quick assembly. I was able to do it one-handed. Sometimes some water fountains are a little stiffer to assemble and disassemble, but this one is very easy. I could do it one-handed. And again, that the more frequently you clean your water fountain, the easier it is to clean it. So if you leave it, like if you only clean your water fountain once a week, it's going to be harder to clean it than if you clean it every day or every other day. All right. And again, that's the Parner Quiet Flower Automatic Cat Water Fountain with the blue LED, the 2020 upgrade version. So again, my name is Rachel Reisner from Cats and Hamsters. I hope this video was helpful. I do like to do these how-to videos on pet water fountains just because I see that it's a common issue, and not for this client, but I just see it as a common issue with clients. That I see that a lot of people are worried about breaking their water fountains. It's one of the reasons why they don't clean it. Or they think that their water fountains are self-cleaning, which isn't true. You always have to clean your water fountains, and you have to clean it regularly, like maybe every other day at least, just to make sure that it's nice and clean, because the more frequently you clean it, the easier it is to clean. If you leave it for a long time and just keep dumping water into it, then you'll find it'll develop these like really hard sediment deposits and also biofilm that's very unhealthy for your cats. So to make it easier on yourself to wash your water fountain, you need to do it, I would say maybe every other day, every 2 days maybe, but the longer you leave it, the more difficult it is to clean. So I hope this was helpful. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment below if you have any comments. Thanks for watching. See you next time.